Right now, developing housing opportunities, what the city of Madison is doing to help lower costs.
Plus, reining in inflation, the most recent rate cut made by the Federal Reserve.
And a famous rock star plans a visit to Wisconsin when you can see Billy Joel at American Family Field. That's all coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
Housing in Madison, it is expensive and hard to find, but the city is trying to change that.
A new report from the City of Madison's Housing Strategy Committee lays out several key proposals that they say could help lower costs and increase supply for Madisonians. Our Braden Ross joins us to break it down.
Yeah, three key things they're focused on in this report: encouraging more home ownership opportunities, developing more affordable housing units, and upping affordable student housing. And they have a long list of recommendations on how to do it.
Madison's a great city with great services. A lot of people want to live here for a lot of reasons.
But of all the reasons to move to Madison, affordability isn't usually at the top of the list.
If more than half the jobs in Madison don't pay enough to cover the median rent in Madison, that says we have an affordability problem that we really need to address.
So the city is trying to do just that. In their latest report, the Madison Housing Strategy Committee outlined a long list of proposals to make housing more accessible and affordable, from building more housing to repurposing the existing supply.
Seeing what can be done to, encourage those who are maybe living in a home bigger than what they need or are capable for, and looking to see what opportunities exist for them to find something smaller that they can still own.
As far as building more affordable housing, the city says they've learned lessons from security and services issues at past projects.
A team of folks within the city across multiple departments are sitting in on these presentations from these developers and really kind of grading them on certain aspects. And one of that, or a part of that, is what services can you offer the most in need folks who will be living there?
Another proposal involves changing zoning codes to allow for taller buildings. But don't worry, that rule that nothing can be taller than the Capitol isn't going anywhere.
We can't really grow out anymore, so we kind of have to grow up.
It also doesn't mean high rises everywhere.
It doesn't have to mean a 15-story high rise next to your house. It's also about finding those infill opportunities where it's that business down the street that's been closed for 3 years and has just been sitting vacant. Could we do something with that space?
Now, again, all of these are just proposals to the city council. You can read the full list for yourself on the city's website.
Braden, thank you. Kenosha police and school officials stop a 13-year-old student who tried to enter a school with a rifle.
According to the city's police chief, the teenager tried to open doors outside Roosevelt Elementary School before coming around to the building's security entrance. After being confronted by staff, the student ran from the building. He was later arrested and is currently in police custody.
It'll be a mostly sunny day again tomorrow, like it was today.
But a wet weekend is ahead. Jacob with more in the forecast. Jacob?
Yeah, we are seeing more sunshine tomorrow with that rainfall coming. Now, taking a look at the current temperatures, we are mostly in the 40s, which is actually pretty close to what we normally see this time of the year, maybe a few degrees above normal, but we're going to continue to see clear skies and calm conditions throughout the night. As we take a look at the temperatures across the region, upper 40s for much of Dane County. That's the case for a lot of the area, although further north, temperatures have already dropped into the lower 40s and even some upper 30s up there. Now, as we look at the highs from today, we did hit the upper 50s, which, it was definitely felt a little chilly outside throughout the day, but it was about 8 to 10 degrees above normal. Here's a look at the almanac from today. The normal high is 49 degrees. How about the record low of 1 degree back in, I believe that says 1991. But the low temperatures were a little bit closer to what we normally see. And looking at the overnight lows, we are going to remain a little bit mild for this time of the year, but still a little chilly. Lows will be dropping into the upper 30s with more clear skies. And the clear skies will continue for Friday, but I'll track the rainfall that we're expecting over the weekend coming up a little bit later.
Jacob, thank you. President-elect Donald Trump's transition team has named the first ever female White House chief of staff.
And in the coming days, Trump and President Biden will meet at the White House. Natalie Brand has more as the transition gets underway.
In his first remarks since President-elect Donald Trump's election victory, President Biden promised an orderly White House transition and had this message for all Americans after a polarizing election cycle.
Something I hope we can do, no matter who you voted for, is see each other not as adversaries, but as fellow Americans. bring down the temperature.
President Biden also emphasized a peaceful transfer of power and said he accepts the election results.
I also hope we can lay to rest the question about the integrity of the American electoral system. It is honest, it is fair, and it is transparent. And it can be trusted, win or lose.
The president's comments referencing baseless claims of election fraud 4 years ago. And while former President Trump had faced charges related to January 6th and efforts to overturn the 2020 election, CBS News has learned the DOJ is in discussions about how to wind down those cases to comply with long-standing policy against prosecuting a sitting president.
As the Trump team prepares for the transition to the White House, they're starting to select key players for a second Trump term.
The transition team Thursday night announced that Trump's 2024 campaign manager, Susie Wiles, will be named White House Chief of Staff. Wiles would be the first woman ever to hold that position. Priorities for the president-elect include an extension of tax cuts put in place during his first term, deregulation across federal agencies, and trade tariffs he campaigned on.
We're going to charge tariffs to all these foreign countries that are coming in and ripping us off.
CBS News has also learned Trump's team is preparing executive orders, with longtime aide Stephen Miller leading talks on how to carry out Trump's proposal to deport millions of undocumented immigrants. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Senator Tammy Baldwin gave her official victory speech today in Madison. This is the first time since 1968, the presidential race of that year, that Wisconsin has had a split ticket in the presidential and Senate race. Senator Baldwin says it's time to look down the road and work ahead. And she did acknowledge that while she managed a victory in a very tight race, the state elected a Republican commander-in-chief.
While we worked our hearts out to elect Kamala Harris, I recognize that the people of Wisconsin chose Donald Trump, and I respect their choice. You know that I will always fight for Wisconsin, and that means working with President Trump to do that and standing up to him when he doesn't have our best interest at heart.
Senator Baldwin declared victory early yesterday, while her Republican challenger, Eric Hovde, hasn't returned our requests for comment. He did release a statement this morning after election night, saying that he will, the morning after election night, I should say, saying he will continue monitoring returns to make sure that every vote is counted, and claiming the Democrats, quote, siphoned votes with a fraudulent candidate, the America's First Party, Thomas Lager. State Senator Devin LeMahieu will return as the Republican majority leader of the state Senate. The GOP caucus elected him to the position during a meeting today. LeMahieu said the top issue for Republicans this legislative session will be returning the state's surplus funding to families. He'll preside over a smaller majority this session after Democrats flipped 4 seats to make the majority 18 to 15.
On Monday, Wisconsin's Supreme Court will hear one of the 2 cases that could impact abortion rights in the state. The Josh Call versus Joel Ermansky case challenges an 1849 law, and depending on when the Supreme Court makes its decision, the spring election could have a huge impact on the outcome.
In many ways, this comes down to politics. The Supreme Court right now has 4-3 left-leaning or liberal majority. I think the politics of it are really going to govern the decision. Historically, yeah, I think after the Dobbs decision in 2022, everybody understood the 1849 laws being a ban on abortion until we had the Dane County courts ruling it was a feticide statute.
The Supreme Court decision is expected to come down sometime next year.
The Federal Reserve cut interest rates 1/4 point today. It is the second rate cut this year. In September, the Fed cut rates by 1/2 point. The central bank kept rates at a 2-decade high for a year to rein in inflation before the first rate cut.
We continue to be confident that with an appropriate recalibration of our policy stance, strength in the economy and the labor market can be maintained, with inflation moving sustainably down to 2%.
The Fed's next rate decision will be announced on December 18th. The Piano Man is heading to Milwaukee next year. Billy Joel will perform at American Family Field on April 26th of 2025. He'll be joined by former frontman of the Police, Sting. As part of a special promotion, City Card members will be able to buy tickets from Monday through Thursday of next week. Tickets will go on sale to the general public on Friday.
After the break at 10, Jacob tells us about when rain could move into our forecast.
Plus, protecting your children against respiratory viruses, the ongoing spike in cases of walking pneumonia.
Mattress Marathon is back and bigger than ever at Ashley. Save up to $1,000 instantly on top mattress brands. Queen mattresses starting at just $167, plus 5-year special financing with nothing down. But hurry, the biggest mattress savings of the year won't last. Only at Ashley.
It's a great time to have RG Heating and Air Conditioning check your home's furnace system for safety and efficiency. RG services all brands and installs quality Trane equipment to keep your home running smooth year-round. Call RG Heating and AC today.
You don't need to battle addiction alone. Contact the great people at Wood Violet Recovery today. You could be on your way to recovery the same day. Wood Violet Recovery works with a wide range of insurance networks, so a large portion of your treatment may be covered. Wood Violet Recovery will create the treatment plan that best suits your needs. Unlike other rehab facilities, phones and laptops are welcome. Today may feel dark, but there's a brighter tomorrow. Contact Wood Violet Recovery now.
They've been rocking audiences for decades. It's Foghat. Performing live November 30th at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
I just want to make
with special guest, The Empty Pockets. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. Legendary rock band Foghat. Live in concert November 30th at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
It's Hy-Vee's Big Baking Sale. This Friday and Saturday. Hy-Vee flour, just 99 cents. Butter, just $2.99. Hy-Vee cream cheese, just 99 cents. That's smart sugar, $1.99. Hy-Vee powdered or brown sugar, $1.48. And canned pumpkin, just 99 cents. Get these great deals and more, both in-store and online, during the Big Baking Sale. Friday and Saturday, only at Hy-Vee.
Black Friday early bird specials at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Buy the Whirlpool refrigerator and washer and dryer, get the Range dishwasher and microwave free. Buy 3, get 3 free. Plus free financing and free laundry soap for a year. Buy smart at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
There's a lot to love about life in the 608. Fundraisers, farmers markets, family events.
Tell Josh what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning in the 608. Weekdays only on News 3 Now this morning. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
There is another Listeria-related recall to tell you about. This time, soft cheese is impacted.
Savencia Cheese USA recalling several products sold at Aldi supermarkets. Those lots were manufactured in their Lena, Illinois facility. Emporium Selection Brie, Supreme Oval, Le Bon V Brie, Le Bon V Camembert, 12 and 8 ounce industrial brie, along with 6 and 8 ounce Market Basket Brie were all recalled. These lots have a best buy date of December 24th. Now, consumers can return the items for a full refund. So far, there are no confirmed reports of any illnesses related to those products. Every year in the U.S., an estimated 48 million people get sick from their food, and many of the foodborne illnesses making headlines lately are happening outside the home. Doctors say whoever preps food needs to pay close attention to temperature and avoid the danger zone. That's between 40 and 140 degrees.
If you're getting cold food, it should be colder than 40 degrees. If you're getting warm food, it should be steaming hot, greater than 140 degrees. do those things. That'll go a long way towards keeping you safe.
The CDC says protecting against foodborne illnesses at home can be done with 4 simple steps. Wash your hands, separate raw poultry and seafood from other foods, cooking foods to the right temperature, and also refrigerating foods within 2 hours.
Cases of walking pneumonia are on the rise across the nation, especially among children. According to the CDC, from March to October of this year, cases rose more than 6% among kids ages 2 to 4 years old. In children ages 5 to 17, that increase is nearly 4%. Doctors say outbreaks can be prolonged due to a long incubation period and the lasting presence of symptoms like coughing.
I mean, when it comes down to it, we all got to be nice to each other. We got to wash our hands. If, get your vaccines, okay? Vaccines do work. And the other big one is, if you are feeling sick, be nice to the people around you and wear a mask.
Symptoms of walking pneumonia include a sore throat, extreme fatigue, chest pain, low-grade fever, and headache.
President Biden working to limit oil drilling in Alaska's Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. The Trump administration's 2017 tax law requires one more oil and gas drilling lease sale in the refuge before the end of this calendar year. The Biden administration is planning to only offer 400,000 acres, which is the lowest amount it could legally offer. Before Trump's first term in office, oil drilling had been banned for decades in Alaska's Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. Climate scientists say 2024 will almost certainly be the hottest year on record for a second year in a row. To see its effects, look no further than Japan's famous Mount Fuji. Snow finally fell on the picturesque peak this week, about a month late. That is the slowest and latest snowfall in 130 years. Climate experts say severe drought, devastating hurricanes, and relentless rain signal more climate chaos to come.
There is very strong evidence suggesting that many of these extreme events have become more intense because of climate change.
Climate researchers say data clearly shows cutting greenhouse gases from the atmosphere is the only way to protect the planet and break the world's streak of scorching heat. The sun will shine here across southern Wisconsin just a bit longer.
It's a nice day today. It will be tomorrow too, but meteorologist Jacob Montesano is here with more on when we might get some more rain. Jacob?
Yeah, we are expecting that rainfall over the weekend, but as a whole, we're looking pretty quiet going forward. We're not expecting anything too extreme, but sunshine to end the week with some showers expected over the weekend. We are going to see those cooler temperatures by later next week, and there is a small chance we actually could see our first snowfall of the season. Now, here's a look at the current drought monitor. It was released today, showing much improvement across Wisconsin. A lot of the area now under abnormally dry compared to the moderate drought that we had last week's monitor. A few areas still under that drought in northern and southern Wisconsin, but the drought monitor can also only drop one level per week. So next week, it may drop even further. Now, here's a look at the forecast for tomorrow. Highs in the upper 50s, plenty of sunshine. And as we look at future track, we really aren't going to see any clouds until we get to Friday night. And the clouds will then continue to increase for Friday or during the day on Saturday, I should say. But for the most part, we are going to be dry during the daytime. A few light showers are in the forecast for western counties early in the day, but we're not going to see that consistent rain until we get a little bit closer to the evening, where we could see some light to moderate showers impact pretty much everybody. But this is looking to be pretty quick, could last till about midnight, but then in the early morning hours before sunrise will be fairly dry before more light showers move back into the area during the morning, after sunrise. And then for the afternoon hours, we could continue to see some showers, especially for northern counties. But once we get to Sunday evening, it looks like a lot of that will clear out of the region. We're not expecting a lot of precipitation, only about a ½ inch at most. And we are going to then dry out for Monday and Tuesday before we have a better chance of rainfall next Wednesday. And at this point in time, it does look like we'll see a little bit more rainfall from that system than what we will for the system over the weekend. So here's a look at the weekend forecast. Mostly dry during the day. Could see some light showers at times, especially in the afternoon hours, but it looks like after sunset during those evening hours, Saturday will be the best chance of rainfall. And then for Sunday, best chance of rain will be early in the day, with drier conditions for the evening. Temperatures will be pretty similar, a little bit breezy at times, but nothing too extreme in the wind department. Now here's a look at the high temperatures the next 10 days. We're going to continue to see highs in the 50s, maybe up to 60 on Wednesday, but then that system Wednesday will cause those temperatures to fall for next Thursday and Friday. And as those temperatures fall, they could get cold enough to see our first few snowflakes of the season on the back end of this system. Now, we're certainly not expecting any accumulation, but a lot of our area has not seen snow just yet. We also may see some of the coolest air so far this season, as you know, that's typically going to happen with the average temperature continuing to fall. But again, even though we are expecting a little bit more rainfall, at this point in time, we're not expecting anything too dramatic. So overall, pretty normal forecast. Temperatures will continue to be a little bit above normal, but certainly much closer to normal than what we have been, with highs only about 8 to 10 degrees above normal, with highs continuously in the 50s.
And coming up in sports, the Badgers were lighting it up from deep at the Kohl Center. How that led Wisconsin to their second win of the season. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Get an 11% rebate now at Menards. Breathe easier with allergen air filters. These pleated air filters trap up to 75% of larger airborne contaminants, keeping allergens out of your home and lasting up to 90 days. Just $3.99 after rebate. Get cleaner clothes and softer skin with Morton water softeners. Morton's Wi-Fi integration allows for tracking and alerts, which puts you in control of your water. This water softener is $586.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Whether you're living for today or saving for tomorrow, DePaco Credit Union offers flexible options to help you make the most of your money. With our comprehensive tools and customized programs, DePaco will help you see exactly where your money goes and how your savings can grow. A penny saved isn't just a penny earned. It's also a step toward greater confidence and financial freedom. Make the most of your money. Call DePaco today. Learn more at depaco.com/save. Federally insured by NCUA.
Score the lowest prices of the year right now at Brothers Main's Black Friday sale. You won't find lower prices anywhere. And enjoy our free delivery. Shop family-owned Brothers Main's low price guarantee on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. Feel like family. Brothers Main.
Bob's Discount Furniture presents this year's biggest challenge. It's time to dare to compare. My Mango set is only $9.99 versus theirs at $15.69. My signature hybrid mattress versus the leading brand name hybrid mattress. Theirs is over $1,000 more. My Playday is $7.99. Theirs is over $2,000. My 6-piece modular Bob, $14.99. Theirs is over $2,500. See how much you can save when you dare to compare. In store or at mybobs.com.
Hey, babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE? Clue is get 4 of these for free with 4 lines for $90 a month at US Cellular.
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes? I love these free phone flakes.
Hey, Dad, 4 free phones.
Each serving has 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks.
Oh.
They're right behind me, aren't they?
Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. US Cellular.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Tailored for your news the way you want it. With a customizable home page and faster page loads. Download the Channel 3000 News app. Powered by News 3 Now.
Wisconsin had to shake off a little rust against Holy Cross in their season opener. Down double digits early, then they cruised to a 24-point win. Now it's on to a veteran Montana State squad. It's the first ever meeting between the Badgers and the Bobcats. Greg Gard said they're going to shoot more threes this season. Max Klesman, a big fan of that. First half, Kles Dials went up from deep. The Nita native was pouring in the points tonight. And a couple minutes later, it's Kamari McGee driving and dishing to Klesmit, who knocks down another 3-ball. He made 6 of them and finished with a game-high 26. 7 seconds before halftime now, John Blackwell going to leave it for Nolan Winter, and he beats the buzzer with the two-handed slam. Badgers move to 2-0 with a 79-67 win. Well, there's a huge match on Saturday for Badger volleyball. Wisconsin welcomes in third-ranked Penn State for a red-out at the Fieldhouse. But there's something they have to take care of first. Iowa. The Badgers have a date with the Hawkeyes on Friday, and they've owned the Hawks to the tune of 7 straight sweeps. So it might be easy to overlook them with Penn State looming, but Kelly's Sheffield squad says that's not the case.
If we think too far into the future, we're going to get jumped in the present. We got to be where our feet are and just focus on one match at a time, because that's how you keep chipping away. We can't get to Penn State unless we get through Iowa. So, you know, you kind of got to break down that first. And I think a lot of us, we know that coming into here. And then as soon as that's done, though, it's full-blown Saturday.
Well, speaking of Badger volleyball, don't forget to check out this week's Wisconsin Huddle with Lola Schumacher. Show airs on Friday at 6:30 right here on News 3 Now. Mineral Point making their first appearance at the state volleyball tournament, taking on Regis in the Division IV semifinals. The Pointers were rolling early. Maddie Cabot drops home the tip. She finished with 15 kills. Mineral Point won the first 2 sets, but Regis would force a 5th set and win the match 3-2, the final. Middleton boys back at state looking to defend their title, taking on Marquette in the semifinals, and the Cardinals were dialed in. Porter McGee hammers home the kill in the first set, and then later it's Will Hoffman with a little access denied on the Hilltoppers. Middleton sweeps their way back to the finals. They'll face Hamilton tomorrow night. And we'll be right back.
At Gruber Law Offices, we know how to win. Real cases, real results. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks a new door to unlimited possibilities. Possibilities to bring you closer to the people and the places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures with the fastest and most reliable internet. Connect to unlimited possibilities when you switch to Spectrum Internet Premier for only $30 per month when bundled, and save with our 3-year price guarantee and no contracts. Call 1-844-653-6824. With the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. And with advanced Wi-Fi to keep you safe and secure online, you can focus on what matters the most. Spectrum Internet doesn't just power your home. It puts streaming, live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips. Get incredible savings when you switch to Spectrum Internet Premier for just $30 a month with a 3-year price guarantee. That's our promise to you. Call 1-844-653-6824.
Thanksgiving's only a few weeks away, and Fleet Farm's got just what you need to prep for family and friends. For you turkey smokers, Griller's Gold barbecue pellets are just $5.99 a bag. And you can never have enough Fleet Farm mixed nuts. 2-pound bags are on sale for $12.99. Wash it all down with Bubbler's sparkling water, now just $11 for 2 6-packs. The holidays will be here before you know it. So stock up now on everything you need at the best prices guaranteed at Fleet Farm.
It's your thing. When you need inspiration, it's worth shopping Pick and Save. For thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And low prices that add up to big savings, like over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $2 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
We're often asked,
is it really free to hire Gruber Law Offices?
the answer is yes. The call, the consultation, free. You pay nothing until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now. Tonight.
And action.
Well, that's it for The Late Show. Join us next week.
You really want me to just sit here like a desk? Cut.
New tonight on CBS.
Well, after 3 years at a humane society in Maine, one resident has found her forever home. Free pizza and forever homes were cause for celebration at the Bangor Humane Society this week. Bagheera came home to the shelter just about a year old.
Oh, I love this story. Around a month ago, her new owner began the slow introductory process. He says, like anything else in life, sometimes you just have to take a chance and take a little bit of a risk when it comes to love.
That looks like a happy dog.
Oh, that's great.
Well, let's go to Jacob. One final check of the forecast.
Yeah, Friday is going to look pretty quiet, but we do have a chance of rain over the weekend. It looks like for most of Saturday, it will hold off until after sunset. And even when it does rain, it's going to be pretty light, maybe some areas of moderate rainfall, but we're not expecting any thunderstorm activity. Some of those showers could continue into Sunday morning. Northern counties may see that last into Sunday afternoon, but once again, we're only expecting some showers, nothing too dramatic, and then we'll be dry for Veterans Day and Tuesday before more rain moves in for Wednesday. And it looks like Wednesday we'll see more rain than we will this weekend. And on the back end of that system, it will cool down and we could possibly see some snow.
All right. Jacob, thank you. And thanks for joining us on News 3 Now at 10.
Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.